happy holidays. Thank you so much for being with us. My name's Mike Sutton, and I serve as the president and CEO for Habitat for Humanity. And on behalf of our organization, I want to thank you all so much for being with us as we break ground on this property here in the city of Largo. We're so happy to be We're so happy to be celebrating with all of you during this holiday season. First, I do want to take a moment and recognize we have a bunch of our Habitat, our board of directors in attendance, and I just want to say thank you to them for being here. If you're a member of our board, would you please just raise your hand so we can recognize you for the work that you do? A day like today could not be possible without the Habitat staff. I have the privilege of leading an organization with 72 very passionate individuals who carry out the Habitat mission daily. They just continue to amaze me with the work that they do. In 2023, we just finished 80 homes this year. That's basically a home dedication every 4 or 5 days, and really kind of speaks to not only the support that we receive in the community, but the work that's carried out every day. So would you all please join me in recognizing the Habitat staff for the work that they do every day? Lastly, I want to take a second and just recognize our elected officials we have in attendance. These are in no particular order. No offense to anybody if they're, let's start with Largo Mayor Woody Brown, Pinellas County Commissioner Charlie Justice, Pinellas County Commissioner Chris Latvala, Pinellas County Property Appraiser Mike Twitty, Florida State Representative Kim Burfield, Florida State Senator Ed Hooper, Largo City Commissioner Eric Gerard, Largo City Commissioner Donna Hulk, Largo City Commissioner Michael Smith. We also have Clearwater City Council member Kathleen Beckman. And also want to recognize former City of Clearwater Mayor George Kritikos for being with us today. If I missed anyone, I truly apologize, but thank you all so much for being with us. I also want to just take a moment. We have a number of staff members here from Pinellas County as well as the City of Largo. Thank you all for your continued partnership. We wouldn't be able to get projects like this out of the ground if the staff wasn't working hand in hand with our staff. So just want to say thank you to Pinellas County as well as the City of Largo. Thank you all so much. So we thank you so much for your time today and your support. We're here with a common belief that everyone deserves a safe, decent, and affordable place to call home. Today marks a significant step towards this goal as we celebrate the groundbreaking of Longlake Preserve. This neighborhood, offering 54 units of affordable home ownership, is not just our largest multifamily project in nearly 40 years, but it's a sign of progress and our continued commitment to the community. We are all thrilled to finally see it come to life. This is more than just a housing development. It's a community built on partnerships and bonds. Together, we're addressing major challenges and creating opportunities where families can thrive. And at the end of the day, that's all most people would want. Opportunity. The opportunity to achieve the American dream of home ownership. Our collaborative efforts involve many and exemplify the power of partnership. It shows that when we work together, we can achieve outstanding results. Throughout today's program, you'll hear how public-private partnerships can truly transform our community. This project involves the state of Florida, Pinellas County government, and the City of Largo, and is a testament to what we can achieve together. Please take a moment to flip through the program and view all the partners that are recognized. Again, it is my honor to welcome all of you this morning to this celebration, and now I have the pleasure of introducing our first speaker representing the City of Largo, Mayor Woody Brown. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Brown.
Well, First, I want to welcome you all to Largo. It's a beautiful morning here in Pinellas County, in the center of Pinellas County, the city of Largo. As Mike talked about the benefits of everything that Habitat does, Habitat has been a great partner throughout the city, mostly building single-family homes for home ownership. It's an important aspect that's often overlooked, and nobody does it as well as Habitat does in this community. I'd like to thank the Habitat staff for working so hard. I'd like to thank our staff and my colleagues on the City Commission for making meaningful changes in our code to allow projects like this to happen and other affordable housing projects. We're working hard. You can probably see that around our city. We're working hard to encourage development and infill development on the affordable scale as well as market rate housing. It's all important for housing affordability here in Pinellas County and in Largo. I'd like to thank you again all for being here, and thank you for the opportunity to say hello. I know there's a lot of folks after me that are also elected, and I'll give them a little bit more time to talk more. But thank you.
All right, next, I'm pleased to introduce Pinellas County Commissioner Charlie Justice. This project is being funded with Penny for Pinellas funds, which wouldn't be possible without our county commission's support. This is the very first, and hopefully not the last, Penny for Pinellas funded development supporting home ownership. To this point, it's all been rental. So let's welcome Commissioner Charlie Justice.
Good morning, everyone. Mayor, I'll take your time happily. On behalf of the entire County Commission and Commissioner Latvala is with us this morning, I want to say good morning and welcome and Merry Christmas. You know, typically a groundbreaking is seen as the beginning of a project, but I can tell you on this particular project, this is simply a milestone because this has taken months, if not years, of work to get to where we are today. And I want to salute Mike and Sean King and the entire Habitat team and our Pinellas County staff. And if our Pinellas County staff is out here, would you raise your hand and wave? I know Carol is here, some others. Thank you very much for making this happen. There's a lot of hoops to get through and a lot of paperwork to get done and a lot of thought process that goes through this. I want to salute again Habitat and the entire board, G2, all the future sponsors of each of the 54 homes that will be here, and all of you for supporting Habitat. But really, this is about the 54 families that will be moving in here and have made life-changing investments, life-changing decisions to make this investment in their family and in the future of their family. So again, on behalf of the entire Pinellas County Commission, we want to say good morning and happy holidays. Thank you.
All right, next we have two state legislators who have been instrumental in addressing affordable housing. Their efforts in securing a $2 million legislative appropriation for Habitat just this past year has been vital to enhance our impact, which includes this development. Representing Senate District 21 and House District 58, please welcome Senator Ed Hooper and Representative Kim Bearfield.
So do you want to do a comedy relief kind of? No. Joking aside, thank you so very much for inviting us to be a part of this celebration today. I think the one thing I thought of when I heard about the day that was chosen to celebrate this momentous occasion was the fact that all of us at this time of the year stop and think about going home, going to the ones we love, to a place that has significance and true meaning in our life. And because of that, I think that makes today even more exciting. The 54 people's lives or the families' lives that we're going to touch today is invaluable. What we're starting for them, what you have chosen to, no pun intended here, plow the way and being creative and innovative to provide the homes for these individuals is just amazing. And so it has been an exciting adventure and journey to go on with you all, and I look forward to the future ones that we can take together to provide homes for more families in Pinellas County. Thank you very much. Senator?
Good morning, everyone, and again, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And what a great way to start off the early part of a new year. I will tell you, I go to a lot of Habitat, mostly key presentations. The last one I went to, he handed me a roller and a bucket of paint. So this is much more enjoyable than the last one I was at. Listen, Representative Burfield and I, and as Commissioner Justice and Commissioner Latvala know from their Tallahassee experience, we get to do a lot of things. Some are really good, some are not so good. But there's nothing more fulfilling than knowing that because of the work that you do to get an appropriation through the process, and that appropriation of $2 million is now visibly in front of us and going to impact 54 families. This year, I think we're striving to increase that to $3 million, if I'm correct, and we will work our best to get that so even more families can dream the American dream and fulfill that wish of owning their own home. Largo, thank you for everything you're doing. You are becoming an incredible centerpiece of Pinellas County, and we're very proud of the efforts that you have made in your city. And this is a wonderful way to take care of the north end of your community, Mayor and Commissioners. And it's an honor to be here, and thank you all. Merry Christmas again.
We had a lot of touch-up to do on that house, by the way, Senator. We basically had to just start the painting process all over. Lastly, we want to welcome G2 Designs, the lead architects of this development. Their generous contribution of reduced cost services demonstrates their commitment and partnership. Please give them a warm welcome.
Good morning. We are a small architecture firm. We've been in business since 2009. We have done a variety of different types of work, municipal, commercial, all types. But this is really a passion project for us. It's not very often that you get to use the skills that you've honed over your lifetime to work on something that's going to benefit people, particularly as an architect. Sometimes that's seen in a little bit of a different light. A different group maybe would use our skills, but we're really, really excited to be working with Habitat on this and being able to share what we hope are going to be really great homes for these 54 families where they can, as you mentioned earlier, come home for the holidays and be able to share community and something that's really going to bring some joy to people. That means a lot to us, and we're so grateful to be working with Habitat on this. So thank you guys very much, and have a great holiday season.
All right. I do want to take a real quick second and just recognize two Habitat staff members specifically who have really been working on this project literally over 2 years. And that's our Vice President of Government Relations, Sean King. Thank you, Sean. And he's just the pretty face at Habitat. And I also want to recognize Charles Armstrong, who is one of our project leads. Charles has spent more time on this property than I think some of the birds and some of the wildlife we've had out here. So I wanted to take a second and recognize them. I also want to take a moment. I received a message last night from one of our amazing supporters at Habitat. His name's Randy Ware, and he is the founder and CEO of West CMR. He has a number of his staff here that are great Habitat supporters. They've been out on our site. They come out and work with us regularly. They sponsor our gala and our golf tournament and in various other ways. And Randy, this project is literally just a quarter mile from his office, and he also lives just less than a mile away as well. Randy's actually committed $100,000 to kick this project off to sponsor the very first unit that we build here. We are just so excited, that the community continues to wrap their hands around Habitat and support the work that we do. Randy's out west skiing and hanging out in Colorado, but his staff is here representing him. And we just want to say thank you to the West CMR folks. So thank you for helping kick this off with that. That's awesome. So as we reach the conclusion of today's ceremony and groundbreaking, I must highlight three amazing partners of the Habitat mission who we are honoring here today. It's not often that we have the opportunity to name some roads in a community. Most roads in Pinellas County are already established. So these three incredible Habitat supporters will have their names forever attached to the fabric of this development. Norm Way, is it Norm Way? Norm Terrace. Norm Terrace. We went with Way, but it was declined. Mainly because, we wanted to name it Norm's Way because it's Norm's Way or the highway. But Norm Terrace is in honor of Habitat's one of Habitat's very first board members, our longest supporter, and our current Habitat historian, Mr. Norm Bungard. Thanks to Norm's leadership at our affiliate's inception, we've been able to serve over 860 families over the last 39 years. So Norm, thank you so much for everything. We have a sign for you to take home and hang up in your living room. The second road is named Stowers Way, I think. Is that correct? Yep, Stowers Way. That's in honor of Mr. Dan Stowers and his wife, Carolyn. Dan's involvement with Habitat locally and internationally spans 30 years, and Dan has served as our lead engineer for hundreds of Habitat homes. He's donated his time and service over the years, which has actually come close to $4 million in savings that Habitat has had over the years, making him our largest individual donor. So to Dan and Carolyn, thank you all so much. And lastly, we have Loki Place, and this is in honor of Paul Loki and Loki Charities. Paul has sponsored now 18 homes in our community with Habitat, and he is obviously a pillar in our community and someone we are so grateful for his continued commitment. He actually just renewed his commitment just the other day to build 2 homes in 2024. And so we want to thank Loki Charities, Paul Loki, and the entire Loki family for their continued support of Habitat. So that concludes our program today. We want to say thank you again for being out here. As I look around the crowd, we're just so thankful. And as I look around, we see so many friends and so many colleagues that continue to advance the Habitat mission in our community. There's 1,100 Habitat affiliates across the country. We build more homes than 1,099 of them. Is that right? Yeah. And that's because of the amazing support of all of you. And so thank you so much for the continued support. In 2024, we will continue to serve families in our community. We'll get the first few families moved in here by the end of 2024, and we'll continue to do some amazing work throughout our community.